now we're going to repeat number 2 for 3 times instead of forever. So we have to change this. We're going to go ahead and do a save as. And we'll say this is BP5. And we're going to change our task. And so we're not going to loop forever this time. So now we're going to have to use a variable. We're going to use a count variable. So we're going to say while counts is less than 3. That's okay. Alright, so here we go. While counts is less than 3, we're going to repeat these items. And then we're going to add 1 to counts. So counts is going to be a variable that we create. And we're going to create that variable outside of task main, so it is a global variable. And we're going to assign it a value of 0. There are 5 different types of variables that we typically use in Robot C. If you want more information on that, you can go into some of the information with the Cortex and Robot C. There's some great PowerPoints there. It'll talk about ints and floats and bools and chars and strings. But int stands for integer, and we're going to make an integer that starts at 0. And then while 0 is less than 3, which is true, we do this process. And then counts becomes what counts was plus 1 more. There is a shorthand notation for this, which we'll get to in just a minute. So it's really easy to modify our code. We're going to put int counts equals 0. This declares and assigns integer to counts. And then here, instead of while 1, we want to say while counts is less than 3. And then in this spot, we're going to do a counts plus plus. And that is the shorthand notation right there. Counts plus plus is shorthand for counts equals counts plus 1. So that's something you should know. It makes it a little easier, less keystrokes again. So again, this is the same as counts equals counts plus 1. Now let's give it a shot. So we'll compile. I'm actually going to get rid of this and this and this. And the reason why I am is just to speed it up. Because if it does this 3 times, then I know it's going to do this 3 times. So it's just to speed it up. So I just commented those out. And you can listen as it goes through. And my motor is currently not running. So that gives me pause. So again, I'm going to go ahead and do a firmware download. And that was the issue. So again, sometimes you're going to have those issues where it just stops working. So again, if your motor was working just before and now it doesn't, firmware download is usually the best thing for it. So give it a quick firmware download and re-download and restart. And there it goes. So it's on for 2. It's off for 2. Counts, and you notice counts increased by 1. So I'm in the global variables debugger window. And there's the 3rd time. It'll add to 3, and then it kicks out and ends my program. So I'm now ready to restart. So that is BP5.